Hi, and it's the 13th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And it's interesting because Ordinary Time is the largest stretch of the liturgical year that we go through at this time. This Ordinary Time goes through all these summer months and into the fall, right up to Advent. But more importantly, what it talks to us about is that it's the ordinary times of our lives that we have to work on the whole idea of what the Paschal Mystery means to us. In other words, looking at each and every day of our lives as days that we are letting go of something, of dying to ourselves in order that something new and better can arise. Sometimes it's the goal that we're working towards. You know, remember when we were in school, we had the goal of getting our degree or being able to graduate. And yet there were times when we looked at it and said, it's never going to be over. Well, it's the same way with our life as a disciple. It seems like, oh my goodness, the challenge is always going to have to come. Am I always going to have to be faced with making those choices or letting go of something? And the answer to that is yes. But we can do it either begrudgingly or we can do it joyfully. If we do it with the idea that the only way to new life is by dying to ourselves, then we know that something good is going to come out of it. That something better is going to happen, that we're going to learn something or be able to use that to help someone else. How are we encouraging one another in our daily lives? So often we say, hey, listen, I can't encourage anybody because I'm the one that needs encouragement. But I think what Jesus is always teaching us is that even though our lives are not perfect, even though we don't have everything in the places that we'd like to have them, doesn't preclude us from being able to be there for other people. And so that's what we have to focus on. That's what Ordinary Time is about. It's the color green that we use in our churches, but it's to remind us of the colors of new life all around us, of what we're experiencing, the excitement that we have now that we've planted our flowers and we're watching them grow and become robust, as we cut our lawns and manicure our sidewalks and keep everything to a point, as we are slowed down by the heat of the summer and are allowed to take a vacation or just to relax in a way that we don't relax at any other time of the year. Maybe it's just enjoying the fact that if we have children, they're not in school, or we can do different things as a family or with other friends or with our nieces and nephews or our grandchildren. It's a time that reminds us that we can't forget about God. And my friends, that's the challenge for all of us, isn't it? It's so easy to say, you know what, I'll go back to church in the fall. I'll go back to church when Advent comes around again. And yet, the challenge that you and I have is that we have to keep Jesus in our lives every day. Yes, it's important for us to say prayers, but it's even more important for us to worship together. And so I really ask you to take on that challenge this summer. That as we go into these months, as you find yourself doing different things on the weekends, please don't forget about going to church, about going to Mass and praying this central prayer of our faith. There are churches all over, and we can find them down the shore, or we can find them in the mountains. We can find a church and a place that's having Mass on Sunday or Saturday evening, almost any place that we go. We just have to make it a priority. That's the other point in the gospel today. Jesus has no time for those disciples that are not putting him first, are not realizing the breadth and the depth of what it means to call ourselves disciples. And isn't that true in anything in our lives? If something is truly meaningful, if something is truly worth it, it has to consume us in our entirety. So my friends, come to Church of the Nativity in Midland Park, New Jersey, a Stewardship Parish, where together we can remind ourselves of what it means to be a disciple. We also remind you that our religious education during the summer, our CCD program, is coming up the first 2 weeks in August. So if you haven't signed up yet, it's a good time to do that. It's an opportunity for people that find it difficult to bring their children during the year with the schedule that we have, to be able to come during the summer and get all that they need to keep their summer and their year going well. God bless you.